So, Mackie sent me over their entire Thump Go ecosystem. The speakers, the new battery-powered subwoofers, extra batteries, the poles, the works. Now, we got it unboxed, as you can see, and I know what you're thinking. Joe, battery-powered speakers have been around forever. You're right, they have. But a battery-powered subwoofer that actually sounds good, now that is new territory, and it opens up possibilities that we have not yet seen before. So let's break down what we're working with here. These are the Thump Go's. This is Mackie's 8-inch battery-powered speaker. Inside, you've got a custom 8-inch high-output woofer paired with a 1-inch compression driver powered by a 200-watt Class D amplifier. Max SPL hits 115 dB. Frequency response goes from 57 Hertz to 20 Hertz, and it weighs only 18 pounds. The battery inside gives you a legit 12 hours of runtime. Now, the real star we're talking about today is the ThumpSub Go. We're talking dual 8-inch woofers driven by a 400-watt Class D amp. This thing hits 123 dB max SPL and goes down to 32 Hertz. That is sub-bass territory. Frequency response runs from 32 Hertz up to 152 Hertz, so it's handling everything your tops cannot. At 43 pounds, it is surprisingly manageable for a dual driver sub. The battery system on this is so clever. Each GB200 battery gives you 6 hours, but with 2 installed, you get 12 hours total. And here's the genius part. You can actually hot swap them out mid-gig and the music keeps playing while you change the batteries. Setup is literally 2 minutes. You put the M20 threaded pole in the sub, then you put the top box on the top pole, and then you run an XLR from the top to the bottom. 2 minutes, you're done. You turn everything on, and you can even connect with Bluetooth if you want, so truly no power cables, no extension cords, no, hey, where's my outlet? But let's talk about real world testing. Where does this actually make sense for us as mobile DJs? First, outdoor ceremonies. You know those venues where the ceremony site is 200 yards from the reception hall, or if you do a lot of beach weddings where there is literally no power. This system can handle those and the really big outdoor ceremonies with 0 issues. You got crystal clear vocals, plenty of headroom, and I don't have to run a single power cable. Second usage, cocktail hours in weird spaces. You know what I'm talking about. The bride and the groom want the cocktails in the garden or on some rooftop or in a random corner of the venue where there's no power. Before, I'd have to run extension cords everywhere or bring out my jackery little generator. Now, I grab this system, walk wherever they want, set it up, done. I can pair it with my battery-powered Omnis Duo and truly DJ their cocktail hour, not just phone it in with a playlist on an iPad. Third, this could do the small indoor receptions, aka the micro weddings, like the 50-person weddings. This would be a perfect system. It's not too much, it's not too little. The sub actually does make a difference. Without it, you're missing that fullness, that punch that makes people want to dance. Okay, so what we've done is gone out to the van. We've grabbed our Omnis Duo battery powered controller from Alpha Theta. We have run XLR cables to the left and the right. We've also run XLR cables from the top, the Thump Go, to the ThumpSub Go, and taking all the power cords out. We're completely battery powered on the speakers, and then like I said, just ran signal from our battery powered mixer as well. Looks like we are charging that up, but we really don't need power cord to that either. And this is a genuine first look, first reaction. Gonna hit play. Got a song loaded up on the thumb drive here. All I did was just barely just did that, made sure they were on, so let's do it. Let's see what they sound like. Overload at all.
Standing at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips.
All right, I'm definitely gonna get a copyright strike and not make any money on the video, but who gives a dude? I mean, Saquon's here. Again, I always look at him. He goes with me every single weekend, as you guys know. That sounds really, really good, dude.
Crispy.
I mean, the bass is bumping. I mean, the tops sound great. It wasn't hitting clip at all, and we were hitting it pretty hard. I mean, I probably could have gone louder. Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm always blown away by anything battery powered and how good it sounds. You guys know I've done a million different videos and how many times I've used the Everse 8 from EV, a great speaker. I mean, dare I say those sound as good as those do. It's the same size, the same basic build quality. Maybe the DSP menu on that Everse is a little better, a little different. But I mean, I'm looking at this system for something totally different. Complete backup or just impossible spaces where you still need to DJ and don't have power. I mean, this is a totally usable, viable, full sound system. And the only thing I guess I don't have is the carrying bags, and I'm pretty sure that there are bags for the top and bags for the sub. I mean, this would fit in the tiniest of tiny compact cars, and then throw this in one of these kind of clamshell cases, and it's a no-brainer. The next thing I do want to test out is pairing this up with Bluetooth. So I'm gonna go get my phone and sync up to the entire system from Bluetooth in case you did just want to kind of autopilot a cocktail hour, or even just have like a house party in your yard and didn't want to DJ it, but just run a playlist for a cookout or something like that. So I'm gonna unhook all these cables and let's try the Bluetooth factor next. So before we do the Bluetooth test, I want to show you the GB200 battery that is in the side of the subwoofer, right? Not much weight, as you can see, basically sits just in your hand like that. Now, what I'm going to do is just follow me down here. These actually can just come out with your thumb. You don't even need a screwdriver. And I'm going to take this cover off and I'm going to put in this other battery. And I'm gonna put the cover back on. So now you've got two batteries in here. You got a GB200 in here, GB200 in here. The indicator on the back is gonna show you that there's two batteries. It even shows the charge. Green, it says all good. Yellow, getting sleepy. Red, charge me. And then if it's off, you're in trouble. So basically I've got now two batteries in here, even though it was just running on one. And what I want to show you is I'm going to send some signal to it. Okay, so we sent signal to it. I turned everything else off, turned the tops off. Sub. So what I want to show you is, let's say you're doing a gig or whatever, and you look on the back and the indicator's running low. What they're saying is, you can take one, still playing. So now all I got to do is just go grab my charger that came with the GB200, plug it up to the wall while I'm DJing, and then let's just say you had a super long party and this thing starts to die and you can see the indicator on the back giving you that warning. All you got to do is take this off your charger, put it back in, and then technically you could just go over here, grab this guy and take him and put him on the charger. Bang. Good to go. Pretty sick. Okay, so now what we've done is we've gone down to the sub. We held down for 3 seconds the pairing button. We connected to the ThumpSub Go on my phone. We still have our XLR running up to the top, and then we're just on this side, so we've got So we got the whole system playing on this. Now, the last thing I want to try is there are a couple of buttons up here that say link and pair. So the pairing is obviously for the Bluetooth. If we paired this one to the phone, we obviously lose the sub, right? So we got the full side running, right? What I want to do now is just pair these to the Thump Go up top. They sound good by themselves. I'm curious about this link button though, so I'm gonna hit that. And see if I can get it to talk to this guy over here. Both of them are playing, right? Yeah. So now I got both of these playing through the Bluetooth. Didn't have to connect them at all. I basically just connected one to my phone Bluetooth. I held down the link button on both of them, and then now I've got them paired together in stereo. So that's pretty cool as well. I mean, there's a lot of functionality and a lot of things you can do with either Bluetooth, which I don't use a lot, but sometimes for cocktail hour if I don't really have to DJ it. And then of course, if you want to wire it all up, you've got a full-blown sound system. So I just showed you a couple of different ways. One, to Bluetooth it, but I wouldn't suggest DJing like that because you're going to have a lot of latency. Or two, just to get yourself a battery-powered controller like the Omnis Duo, run you a couple of XLRs, run the whole thing battery-powered. Obviously, you got to jump from the bottom to the top to kind of take advantage of the crossover, and this running highs and mids, and the bottom running just the lows. But 4 total XLRs, I guess, and you've got a full-blown sound system with no extension cords, no power cables, and 1, 2, 3 batteries, I guess. So you got a battery built in here that is not hot swappable, and then you got 2 in there that are hot swappable. But that shows you all that you can do with the ThumpSub Go ecosystem. On the back, you'll see you've got a few different indicators. You got your battery status lights here for battery 1 and 2. You got your main volume with your clip light or your overload, your high pass mode. I had it down for when I was running the system. You can turn the front LED on or off. I like it on. You can do normal or inverted phase. Google that if you want more information about that. And then you can also run the system in stereo or mono. So those are the controls you've got on the back of the ThumpSub Go. So on the side of the ThumpSub Go, you've got a few different things. You've got 2 different inputs you can do. Of course, you can see my Bluetooth pairing button is blinking here. This was my link button when I linked it to the other ThumpSub Go 8. You've got different modes here. You got music, speech, monitor, or sub. I forgot to mention you can use it as a monitor. You can see it, how it kind of has feet. You can set it there and use it for your DJ booth monitor. And then the other mode is if you want to run it with the sub, of course. And then outdoor mode, we didn't really try that today. Music ducking, feedback eliminator. I mean, obviously I didn't get into all this stuff today, but it's some stuff that I probably need to test out on a future video. And even again, switching these between the different modes. Obviously, you know, your music mode and sub mode are going to sound a little bit different in terms of where the crossover points are set. In fact, it looks like they give you a little bit of graphics down here about kind of what you're working with. Music, speech, monitor, sub, of kind of how the waveform plays out. But this is something that we can test in a future video, but I just wanted to kind of show you what the controls look like on this. So let's talk about what I love about this system. First, the sound quality is legitimately impressive. You're not gonna be able to tell through these little mics I wear on my shirt, but dude, that sub is not just for show. The dual 8s actually move some air and deliver like a real punchy, crispy bass. The crossover integration between the sub and the tops is seamless. You get that proper frequency distribution, highs, mids, and then boom, lows down there. You don't have any of that muddy overlap. The Class D amps in both units are incredibly efficient, and that's why the battery life is so good. So I let these run for about 4 hours at moderate volume and still had 40% battery left. And like I said, you can hot swap the GB200s and theoretically do this all day. The form factor is genius. The sub is designed just like a briefcase. You can carry it with one hand, you can slide it under a table, you can stack speakers on top of it, you can double stack them. It's not some massive square rectangle box that's gonna take up half your car. And like I said, the connectivity is smart too. You can Bluetooth directly to the sub and it actually passes through to the tops. Then you have phase inversion switches that let you dial in the acoustics for any room. You got a high pass mode that optimizes the crossover when you are running the tops with the subs. And here's something other reviewers haven't really mentioned. This system makes you say yes to the gigs that you've had to turn down in the past. No power, no problem. Weird location, bring it on. That is more money in your pocket. So reality check, let's be real what this is not. This is not your main reception system for 150 to 200 people like I play every weekend. At 115 dB from the tops and 123 dB from the sub, you've got decent headroom, but you're not gonna fill up a massive ballroom or a barn. This is, again, for ceremonies, cocktail hours, small receptions, and even backup situations. The price point is significant, but not crazy. You're looking at about $2,500 for the full setup you see here, left and right, with the extra batteries, the poles, and any other accessories. Now, that's not pocket change, but when you consider what it enables you to do and how much you can charge for those impossible gigs, it's gonna pay for itself pretty quickly. The one thing that does bug me, if I have to say something, you still need an XLR cable to go from the top to the bottom. I wish they had some kind of wireless linking between the sub and the tops, and maybe they will in the next version. So who is this for? If you do a lot of outdoor events, destination weddings, corporate stuff in weird venues, or you're just tired of saying no to gigs because they don't have power there, then this truly is a game changer, and I know I use that word a lot. If you're primarily doing big indoor receptions at traditional venues, hotels, barns, ballrooms, this isn't it. Your regular rig is probably gonna make much more sense. But here's the thing, even if this is just your backup system, it's an incredible peace of mind. Power goes out at a venue, you're the hero who keeps the party going. Need to move music to a different space mid-event due to a random summer storm rolling in? Done in 30 seconds. I'm actually thinking about this differently now. Instead of seeing this as a separate system, I'm viewing it as the ultimate insurance policy that also happens to open up new revenue streams. Look, you guys that know me know I've been doing this for a really long time, and I'm usually skeptical of revolutionary gear. But this Thump Go ecosystem actually does deliver on its promises. The sound quality is there, the battery life is real, and it solves actual problems we face as mobile DJs. Is it perfect? Nope. Is it expensive? Not really. I mean, $2,500 is a real investment, but does it enable you to take gigs that you couldn't before and charge premium rates for the convenience? Absolutely. If you're on the fence, my advice is this. If you do more than 3 to 4 outdoor or power challenge gigs a year, this system will pay for itself. And the peace of mind of having a completely wireless backup system, priceless, really. So that's my take on the Mackie Thump Go system. Let me know in the comments, are you dealing with power issues at some of your gigs? Would something like this change how you approach certain events? And if you found this helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more real world DJ gear reviews and all the behind the scenes of my events. Until next time, peace.